Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Kuri, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. I was watching a couple on Instagram. This couple make videos to help people within sexless relationships. And as I was watching this video, I got increasingly upset and wanting to smash my phone because the amount of bullshit that is out there when it comes to changing a sexless relationship, it actually makes me angry. I'm trying so hard to not to swear. I realize that when I make videos, when I make podcast episodes, they end up on YouTube, and therefore it hurts the algorithm putting my videos out because of the swearing. So I'm going to try and hold back, and I find it very difficult sometimes. And this is one of those episodes I'm going to find it very difficult not to swear because these people were doing my nutting, and the reason why is because they made this sort of sketch or skit. I don't know how you. Anyways, they made this skit, and what it was is the husband reaches over on the bed, and is on the bed, is reaching over and starts initiating sex. She turns around and goes, "Oh, baby, I'm feeling a little bit tired," and the guy sort of sulkingly turns around on the pillow, and then he goes, he's sulking, and then it pans to another picture of him now having a go at himself. They kind of look creepy, but anyways, he's now having a go at himself. Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you upset at your wife? You could handle it in two different ways. One, you could ask her why she feels tired, and then you can try and help her with it. And then the other bit is that you could look at it from a sense of that if you get upset every single time, this part I kind of agree, but it was coming from a wrong place. So he said she will have, when she sees you upset, she might actually end up having sex with you just so she can prevent you from getting upset, and then she might not want to have sex with you. Now, I agree with that, but again, it's not the right frame of mind. So I started thinking about the frame of mind that this is a lot of the content that this is just another version of what you'd get from couples therapy. So again, a lot of it is it's within this sort of frame of mind of serving the woman as though she's some sort of fragile egg. That's how most people treat women, especially when it comes to sex. And again, it's people sort of tiptoe on around what to say and how to say it, because again, it becomes like they're trying to avoid anything that is coercive, and I understand it's quite easy to come across as manipulative in some respects, but at the same time, nobody holds women accountable for the fact that they're not taking responsibility for sex within a relationship. And I think this is one of the things that either is going to get me cancelled, or for me, again, I'm now at that place where I don't give a shit. I don't care because if I don't, I'm not going to reach you guys with the right message. And what I want you guys to walk away with after this episode is to have a frame of mind where you can actually see for what it is. A lot of times when it comes to you initiating sex, and a lot of it is the fact that she's saying no, it comes down to a sexual discomfort. Now, sometimes when it comes to sexual discomfort, there is a large part where you have contributed for that sexual discomfort to happen within the relationship. You have not taken your position as a leader very seriously. You've not taken that position of leadership in a way that she feels like she can submit and you can take charge of the relationship. Now, because there's this relationship power struggle, she at some point has been put in a leadership position by you, and she's frustrated by it, and she doesn't find you attractive. And this is more common than you think. And therefore, when you now initiate, she kind of has a headache, she kind of has anxiety, and sometimes they'll even go as far as saying, I got depression, I got stress, and so on. Now, I'm not minimizing that people don't have that, but generally these become the shields that they have from any initiation that you're actually trying to do. So again, like I said, I'm not minimizing mental health. We all have suffer from mental health. In fact, men within sexless relationship suffer incredible mental health, not just depression, but the whole situation is a traumatic event, and you're being re-traumatized over and over. In fact, every single day you're potentially being triggered within that sort of relationship, and it's something that most people don't talk about, but it's actually quite true. So when somebody says, I cannot have sex because I've got anxiety and I'm stressed, and again, if you looked at it and you're measuring it, it couldn't weigh up to be to the same. In fact, if it was the same and that person is still trying to connect with you, it's a level of disrespect not to even acknowledge that, okay, I'm not capable of doing this right now, but can we try and do it at a different time? And this is where I was trying to get up to, that if anything, if you are initiating, and this is what this couple were doing, they put the blame on the guy and said, why are you upset? Because this guy, I don't know where I left off with the sketch. So the sketch, the guy, he tries to initiate, he turns around, he's upset. This guy starts talking to him, telling him about this 2 different reasons. It was good. The way they were doing it, the actual reel was pretty good, but the content was pretty shit. And it was really bad, because the reason why it was bad is because then it took away any responsibility from the woman on the fact that there's sex. And again, there's this frame of mind when it comes to counseling and to some of these coaches where sex is given to the man. Now, a lot of you guys see it that way. And again, this is one of those things that causes sexual discomfort, because you feel like sex is something that is given to you. Sex is something that you share within a relationship. And if you don't see it as such, this is where a lot of problems come from. And again, if it's something that you share, when she's not in the mood, at least she should be as upset as you are when you cannot do it. I want to say it again. If she's something that you don't share, when no sex happens, she'll be just as upset as you are when nothing happens, because it's something that you share. But if it's something that she has to give you, this is where all the problems lie. This is where you get this mismatch and this real imbalance when it comes to having sex. So it becomes important for her to take some personal responsibility. Now, society tells us to take that personal responsibility of sex because we're the pursuers, therefore men want sex, men should be given sex, the women should be, and there's this real dynamic, and really it absorbs them from any responsibility. And this is why it's easy for them to put up a shield and say, you know what, I'm tired, and then you have to just take it and say, you know what, okay, I'm not going to do anything about it. And these guys were now advising that, okay, if she's tired, try and do something to help her so she's not tired. Again, this is pandering to that person. So, and again, that is a slippery road now. For some of you guys that I'm speaking to right now, you've been through that slippery road there. She gives you a list, 10 things that you need to do in order for sex to happen. You do all 10 with additional 12, an additional 2 to make it 12. So you're overdoing it, so you can really show that you're dedicated to it, and nothing still happens. Because again, it's a shield. It's only a shield. So again, it's because of that frame of mind. If you go in there looking at there's some sort of fragile egg that you need to protect, that it doesn't need to be shown the mirror and say, look, you're fucking up. This relationship is just as much yours as it is mine. This sexual relationship is as much yours as it is mine. If you are not going to take any responsibility for it, then you are fucking up. Now, I'm not saying you should do it. Oh God, I've sworn again. But my point being is that it's not, I'm saying this not for you to go and deliver this in that way. And I think I'm just trying to get you to that point where you can see it, have that frame of mind. And when it comes to communicating it and being able to deliver that sort of communication, it's something that I'll have to teach you and get you to that point where you can actually be in a place where you can deliver it in a way that is collaborative, so that she walks away happier and more attracted to you, because again, it's not enough just to deliver that sort of content, but I need you to think in that sort of manner that she has to take personal responsibility for your sex life as much as you do, especially when you are the most important relationship in her life right now. You are, especially when you got kids. You are the most important relationship in your life, and she is fucking up. Oh God, that's walking. So, I'm going to knock it on the head here before I get myself in trouble with YouTube. But I wanted you guys to see this scenario and how it's played out. And I know that it's a bit different. Some of you guys, it's a bit challenging to think that way because you are in servitude. You've put a pedal. If you've put a rap on a pedestal, she cannot do no wrong. She's in this fragile egg that you cannot. And again, you have to give that up pretty quickly, because doing that is what's caused you to be in a sexless relationship in the first place. So thank you very much, guys. I'm going to knock it on the head here, and hopefully I'll be catching up with you guys soon. Take care.